They have to agree to
the.
the price. They have to finish the reports, and we have to get the bureaucracy. So that, if that all works out,
Yeah.
and then we'll be golden. This is
The Handbag Husband.
the Handbag Husband. Yay!
Pied-A-Terre edition.
Pied-A-Terre. We've put in an offer.
Rufino. Someone got the bag today.
All right, so today we have been, if you've been following along on our Pied-A-Terre content, you will have seen us in a variety of locations talking about really the main 4 different areas. We've been looking at a Pied-A-Terre, and where we left off was sort of looking at the different Pied-A-Terres that we saw in Firenze, because that was where we ended up seeing a lot of different spaces, primarily because in London, the one we loved and was looking for, got bought up.
Got stolen from us.
They didn't know it was ours. And in Rome, I guess we were just not that impressed with the options that they have.
For our budget.
Well, for our budget, yes, of course. So that put us in a spot where, thinking about the properties that we saw in Florence, we said, you know what, weighing out the time it's going to take to find another one that we like, weighing out another one that fits within our price range, weighing out all those things was so much that it warranted us to put in an offer on one of the properties that we saw. So today, we're going to talk about the offer that we put in. Not final. We don't know yet. We're still waiting to hear back. But we're going to talk about the offer that we put in, why we decided to put it in Florence, and kind of what are the unique aspects of trying to get something in Florence. Now, before we get to that, though, if you like these videos, if you like the Pied-A-Terre content, if you yourself are thinking about maybe buying something international, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it does really help our channel grow, and again, we are so thankful for that.
Grazie mille.
Grazie mille. But also because it means you get notified when our newest long videos come out, our newest short videos come out, and all of our Pied-A-Terre stuff, and also where we end up, just in case you're wondering, and so are we. You'll be able to find that out by following along with us. All right, let's talk about the offer that we put in. So today, as you can tell, we are in the most western county of Italy, that is Los Angeles. Italy West. We do have a Venice, though. We do have Venice.
The little
Venice, a little county.
Little Venice.
Anyways, and we are here.
The water is filthy.
Yeah.
So don't go there.
Yeah. Anyway, so we are here at the Getty Museum, and just taking a moment to enjoy some beautiful art, some beautiful scenery, some beautiful Los Angeles skyline, and talk about our Pied-A-Terre. So we put in an offer, and that is the big news. We were super duper excited. Life seems to be progressing.
I don't know. It has been very stressful. I have been losing sleep, like how to deal with the Italian, which I'm kind of semi anticipating it's going to be this way.
Yes.
But I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Because, I mean...
And ours is not by far the worst story about this so far.
Yeah.
So let's go back, first of all. So last time we were in Italy, before this next Italy trip, which hopefully will be the trip that we get our keys if everything goes okay and everything goes great. And, it's not over till it's over. I get that. But hopefully, maybe, possibly, we will be in our Pied-A-Terre by
Don't
then.
count the carbonara before it
Before it hatches.
hatches. Yeah.
So last time we were there, we got a chance to view a lot of the different properties, and we have a video for that. But just in short, the experience of viewing properties in Italy is very different than it was for Los Angeles or in Southern California, because we bought multiple properties here, and it was way different.
We closed our house within, was it 21 days?
Yes.
So
yes.
like from the offer till we got a key.
Yeah.
It was very fast.
And all the properties we saw were just ad hoc. We were just like, hey, let's go online. Let's just find something that looks relatively
Idealista.
Interesting. Idealista.
Yeah.
Shout out to Idealista. They're not sponsors. Sponsor me though. We just went online. We called them and said, hey, do you have time? We're going to be in town for a little while. Do you have time to show us these properties? And really the reception was sort of hit or miss. I would say, well, I don't know, 50-50, you think, responded?
Around, yeah,
Yeah.
because I think we contacted maybe 10,
Yeah, that's right. That was our number. Yeah.
10 or 11, like somewhere around
Yeah.
there. And we saw 5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so around there, yeah.
And we were starting from a perspective that we kind of knew where our budget was and what size we want, but we didn't really know the areas that well as far as all the different areas that were potentially available. So we wanted to take kind of a wide breadth of the different properties that were available. And so we got to see a lot of ones that are out of our budget, that were too big, that were too different. And I think one of the biggest things that struck me as strange was the fact that we ended up, a lot of times the owners were there in the property. So we ended up meeting the people who were there, and we got to feel a lot. We got lots of feels, right? Lots of, reasons why they were leaving. And some of them they were a young couple and they were moving in together, and that's why they're selling. Other ones like, they're an established couple and they need a bigger house for their kids. There's other ones who are like, they're already
There's
retired.
some expats.
Huh?
Expats own.
Yes, some of them were expats, some of them were non-expats.
Like the British guy, the
Yes.
British couple,
Yes.
the Australian couple?
Yes, the Australian couple who had owned it for like 60 years
The
or whatever.
The Arabian Night.
Yes,
The
yes,
Arabian Night,
yes.
yeah. The Arabian Night, yeah.
And so there's not really a whole lot of reasons, but it's just a lot more information than you get normally here. And you get a lot more feels, right? Like, you can tell that Italians love, like the people who are Italian, they love their property. Like, they love property and they just love it and they hate selling it. They really do hate selling it. And they seem to want to drag their feet as long as possible for some reason. We'll get to that in another video maybe. But, so, if you were one of those people who feels like the people who lived there before you leaves an impression in the space, then maybe it's going to take some expectation changes.
I mean, I kind of understand because my parents never moved. I mean, they
Yeah.
moved once before I was born,
Yeah.
and then that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
They lived there for.
I mean, I guess
really
I'm on
long
the
time.
other side of that. Having grown up in the U.S., I've moved maybe 15 times in my life.
Too many.
Really, like, I've lived in 15 different places in different parts of the country throughout my infanthood up to adulthood. And only recently now are we even settling down.
The seniorhood.
And even settling down, we're like, why don't we buy something in another part of the world?
Sure.
So, so yes. So we got to meet some people, and I think there's a good reason why in the U.S. you generally don't meet. The realtors do everything in their power to keep you from talking directly with the sellers, because there's a lot of emotions going on, right? And sometimes that can be a help. And I think in our case, that was a help.
Until it
And
was
sometimes
not.
that can be a hurt. And in our case, that was also a hurt. So, but the long and short of it is a different experience. But really, we just kind of called up random people, said, we're going to be in town. Let's take a look at different spaces.
It's nice.
So we saw a variety of different spaces, and we found one that felt just right. And of course, it was in Florence.
I mean, right? Obviously, it didn't check every boxes. Like, obviously, like the sleeping space was a little bit too small for my
Sure.
liking.
Yeah.
But the rest, I mean, obviously, like during all the viewings, my two questions always lavatrice,
Yes.
e
The dishwasher.
ascensore.
Or the clothes washer and the elevator.
Those are the two main things that I always ask. Like, do they have?
And the lavatrice is not that rare.
Lavatrice?
But it's not that rare, but the elevator
Oh,
at a reasonable
ascensore.
price. The
Because-
ascensore.
Because the area that we're
Yes.
looking, it's like center. It's,
Sure, it's
obviously, it's
historic
like not,
central
it's
area.
not right next to Duomo. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like right next to, but it's
No.
in the historic area.
I also think that looking for a property as a Pied-A-Terre is a different criteria and location than you would if you were looking for an Airbnb.
For sure.
Although, I mean, there's overlap, for
I mean,
sure.
it-
There's overlap.
It's very close to.
Yeah.
I mean, we stay at like hotels and Airbnbs influence multiple
Yeah.
times, so we
Yeah.
know the areas, the quote unquote tourist area
Sure.
fairly well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that central area in the bubble.
Yeah.
So I think that made some changes as well. I think the longer, and again, we can get into detail about the property, what we loved about it, and those are other things that we get into at some point.
When we actually get it.
Yes, if we actually get it. I don't want to waste all the time on it.
Like, yeah.
But the reason why we put in the offer at this point now is because we weighed out, one, the property that we had our eye on that was competing very heavily in London got bought up, right? Two,
And I felt lost. I was like, what do we do from now? Where are we
Yes.
going to go from now? I'm like, and then once we saw the one in Florence, and then we came back home, back to the U.S., and we're like, okay, maybe we should do something. I don't want
Yes.
this one.
Yes.
I don't want this one.
Lingering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
And-
knows how long it's gonna take to find another one like this?
Sure.
That
Well,
check
that's
most,
part of-
that's check most of the boxes.
That's part of the calculation. We said,
Yes.
well, the one we found in Florence, it feels warm and fuzzy. Also, at the time, like the owner was like, they have a lot of concerns. They don't want their country destroyed by foreign people buying Airbnbs.
Yeah.
And, the owner had met us and said, hey, you seem like a really nice couple, which we are. But you seem like a nice couple, and I actually want you to have this property.
Yeah, because
Right.
we straight out say like we're not gonna rent this out. This
No,
is for
this
us
is
to
this
live.
is not Airbnb. This is just our love nest to
Yeah.
come hang out in Florence because we're in Florence a lot.
Yeah.
Other things working against us. Time, I guess, just
Time
in
zone,
general.
like because like I'm like when I'm obsessed with something, I'm obsessed. So
To my good fortune. To my good fortune, of
and
course.
sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for the emails.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
like, keep
yes,
refreshing the emails.
yes. And then you're like, hey, did you see any emails? Have you seen emails?
Yeah,
How about we draft?
How about now?
How about we draft 4 different prospective emails just about what they may send to us that we can send
Yeah.
to them? Like,
And it's like time different. Like obviously,
Yeah.
first is time different.
Yeah.
Second is like, I understand this is how they operate, but like our Los Angeles realtor,
sure,
he will take
like,
us
bam.
back like
yeah.
within not even 10 minutes,
He's amazing. He's amazing.
right? But
yeah.
this we are talking about 3 days, a week
Yeah,
sometimes, and I'm
yeah.
like, any minute now. What if someone offer and then it's sold? What do I do? So that was very stressful. Like to me, it's almost
Yes.
like let's just forget all this.
But ultimately, I think there is a big difference. But when we came to the conclusion, we got a chance to talk to each other. We sat around and thought about it. We rolled it back. And really we said, you know what? This place is a place that we can see ourselves being in.
In 10 years, 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, not for nothing, it is a place that if we ever decide to take a break from the United States, we could, right?
Correct.
If we wanted to.
Sure.
It's not really big enough to really live there because that's not what it was meant for. It's a Pied-A-Terre. It's 1 foot on the ground. But it was somewhere where if you wanted to hang out outside the USA for a little while, you could.
Correct.
And I know a lot of people, that's not our main focus.
I would tell you, like, just go walk around. Just go walk around Arno.
Oh no. And I think right now there's a lot of people who are considering that. That's not really our main factor, but that is a thing
It
that's
could,
there.
it could be,
It could be.
it could be,
It could be.
yes,
Who
yes.
knows, right? The world is a funny place. So ultimately, where we are at right now is we put in the request. We are waiting for an answer, and then begins a lot of the other.
So basically, in US would be equivalent to inspections.
Yes.
So like inspection, the building inspections.
Yes.
Request documents from the
Yeah.
municipality,
the county or the
like
municipality.
the city,
Like, does the person actually own it? Can they sell it? Is everything
like permitted.
permitted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we.
But unlike the U.S., where there's like a 13-day period where you can like reject it or
Yeah.
whatever, they're like,
There's no deadline.
I don't know. It's
So-
just going to be done when it's done.
Yeah.
But so we just want to basically give you an update of where we're at on the Pied-A-Terre, and we're super excited, undoubtedly very excited, almost sleepless excited to hear back from them and hear that they accept our
But
offer
the issue
and
is
get
like
the process moving.
there's a holidays, nobody's working, and then they come back, and then like
At least 2/3 of our time has been taken up by days that they're not working.
yeah.
All right, so that is where we're at with the Pied-A-Terre.
Everyone's like finally. Finally.
It's not a will they,
Something.
won't they, right? It's
Yeah.
all right, they did. But I think this will be helpful for a lot of folks who are interested in looking at property abroad, or just interested in what life possibly abroad would be. It is not for the faint of heart. It really is not. There's a lot of stress, a lot of back and forth, a lot of BS that goes along with it. But I think in the long run, at least at this moment, at this time, I still have faith that it's going to be worth it. So So that's it for the Pied-A-Terre. If you like these videos, if you like the Pied-A-Terre content, please don't forget to like and subscribe because it does really help our channel grow. And of course, we're so thankful for that.
Grazie mille.
Grazie mille. Molto grazie. Right? You can do that one too. Italianers? Maybe. So, from a sun-setting Getty Museum here in beautiful Los Angeles, hopefully the last time we are Pied-A-Terre-less. Ciao.
Ciao.